So I want to ask you your name.
I'm Sarah Taub.
Excellent. And what is this event that we're talking about?
We're talking about Winter Poly Wonderland, which is a polyamory retreat in West Virginia, January 27th through 30th.
And what's your role in this Winter Poly Wonderland?
Well, I am one of the original creators of these events, and I'm so happy that recently there are all these other organizers coming in and taking a lot of the responsibility, so I'm doing so much less. So thank you, Peggy, for being one of those.
And I was going to say that I've been at some of these meetings, and they are just so fun and productive, and I see you being happy with some of the load coming off your shoulders, and I also see this event forming that is going to be great. The synergy of the organizers is really incredible.
Yeah. So specifically at this one, I'm going to be teaching about boundaries, and I'm also going to be teaching a workshop called Jealousy and Envy, Our Fierce Friends.
So that's a challenge for so many people, especially in poly at all. So can you please tell me some of the content of that?
Absolutely. So there's this idea, first of all, that if you're really polyamorous, you don't get jealous. And I'm here to say that that is not true.
Not true.
I am as polyamorous as they come, and I get really jealous. And that is actually wonderful. It's all of our feelings, all of our emotions are beautiful and useful. They help us find out more about ourselves. And in particular, jealousy and envy can be used as arrows pointing exactly at needs that are not being met and deep desires that we may not even know that we have. But the important piece is that we can't take jealousy and envy at face value. So our mainstream culture says that if my partner is with someone else and I feel a painful emotion, that means that my partner is doing something bad. And actually, if we go a little deeper, what we find is that there's a need of mine that's not being met. So the way to actually work with the situation is to figure out what that need is. So maybe my partner's with someone else and I'm feeling lonely. So I could do something about that. Or maybe.
So are you saying that when you sit with the emotion of jealousy or envy and look at yourself, you learn more about what you really need?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So maybe what I'm feeling when my partner's with someone else is that I'm not special. So my need is, in that moment, is to feel special. And then I can even go a little deeper than that, and I can say, well, I can strategize around that. Well, what else could make me feel special? And that's really useful. Or I can go a little deeper and say, well, why am I needing to feel special in this moment? And if I felt special, how would that be? And wow, if I felt special, I could feel alive and spacious and connected. And maybe that's what I'm really wanting, to feel alive and spacious and connected. So it's like an arrow. These emotions are like an arrow pointing exactly at what I'm wanting, and it frees up all kinds of creativity about how I can get those things, just as long as I'm not pointing my finger at my partner and saying, it's your fault, you are bad. Now, it's important to be courteous to our partners and respectful of, just keeping them in the loop, keeping them informed, making sure we're all on the same page about what's happening. But if everything is consensual and big emotions are coming up, which they do, right, Peggy?
Right, they do.
Then it's a wonderful opportunity for going deeper, finding out more about ourselves, and healing old wounds. And we come out stronger for it.
And certainly not denying that it exists.
Absolutely not, because that's like the worst of all worlds.
Right.
Because I'm feeling crappy, and I don't admit that I'm feeling crappy, and then, I'm just pissed at everyone and everything. And yeah, exactly.
So use them, acknowledge them, use them, and I can't wait till this workshop happens.
Absolutely. So we're talking about Winter Poly Wonderland.
Ta-da!
in West Virginia. You can find it on the web at www.cfnc.us/WPW. And the event is put on by Center for a New Culture, and you can check out all of our other events because they are about creating a world where we have joyful, sustainable relationships and community.
And we all want that. Hope to see you there.